times have you heard that the best way to learn Spanish is from a native speaker or this language app or this program or this book or this person on YouTube, right? So those are things that we've heard probably over 100 times, right? Well, in this video, what we're doing today is that we're going to take a snippet from SNL, which featured Karol G, and we're going to dissect it to help you become a better Spanish speaker. So without further ado, vamos a empezar.
Wait, the new transfer students are here. Come on in, guys.
Okay, bienvenidos, bienvenidos. Have a seat. ¿Cuáles son tus nombres?
The correct question here would have been, ¿cuáles son sus nombres?
I'm asking your names in case you don't understand.
Bueno, mi nombre es Hugo Antonio González Ramírez y esta es mi hermana.
Yo soy María Eugenia González Ramírez. Nos acabamos de mudar de aquí, de Miami, pero somos de Cuba.
Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Very cool. All right, let's get started. Today we're going over our favorite foods.
So we have to understand that, yes, this is a skit, right? And so in a skit, they're not going to really portray the exact situation that you would have at a Spanish class. So in a normal Spanish class, the teacher's going to strive to have 90% of the class conducted in Spanish. So a lot of this English that you're hearing right now is not the typical situation.
Okay, so Ricky, what is yours?
Mi comida favorita is pizza.
Okay, es pizza.
Okay, so here's an example of what you would not see in a Spanish class, right? So if you're working in a one-on-one setting or in a group setting, you would hear the question in Espanol, which also may be accompanied by some hand gestures to help you gain context of what is being asked. The objective is not to only have you responding in Spanish, but to be able to comprehend the language as well when somebody is speaking to you. So I may give you the topic like, okay, clase, vamos a hablar de la comida, and gesture to my mouth as if I'm putting food in my mouth. And I might say, ¿cuál es tu comida favorita? And point at you when I say, ¿cuál es tu comida favorita? And maybe rub my stomach to kind of emulate the, oh, he must be talking about eating. Oh, food. Okay. And that kind of gives you the atmosphere of what is being talked about. Okay, so let's get back to it.
Muy bien, Ricky. All right, Hugo, what about you?
Bueno, mi comida favorita es un pollo a la plancha con arroz y frijoles y plátano maduro que cocina mi abuela. Ay, los plátanos le dan un sabor dulce a un plato bien salado.
Okay, so check out this young lady's face. Has this ever been you when you encounter a native speaker for the very first time? I know for me, it definitely happened in my first conversation with a native speaker. But what's important here is for you to remain calm and focus on the key words you do know. As a beginner or someone learning Spanish as a second language, frustration and anxiety are natural, but both can be reduced to low levels by always asking someone to repeat what they said, or perhaps even ask them to speak slower because you're learning Spanish. So we can always say, ¿puede repetir lo que dijo? O puede hablar más despacio? And you can always add por favor to both if you want to be polite. Okay, so let's jump right back into it.
Bueno, aquí tenemos una oportunidad para aprender algo. So here we have an opportunity to learn something. Para decir Ricky likes rice en español, vamos a decir a Ricky le gusta el arroz. O a Ricky le gusta arroz.
Okay, so let's get back to
A little bit. Who else wants to say their favorite food? Okay. Anybody else? Oh, okay. Maria.
Mi comida favorita es una ropa vieja con tamales, con tostones, el postre un duro frío, batido de mamey también por si acaso. Los mamoncillos me encantan también porque son como una mezcla entre un lichí y una lima picantes y un poquito dulces también. Son tan ricos, ¿verdad?
Tan ricos.
So just a word of advice, when you get to a point where you feel overwhelmed in a conversation, stay focused and remain calm. At that point, your main emphasis is to listen for words that are familiar to you and try to put them together using your context clues to make the statement being made by the other person make sense to you. Okay, so let's get back to it.
Tan ricos. Sí.
Señor McIntosh, ¿cómo se dice I'm in love?
Okay, very good pregunta. Se dice estoy enamorado.
Oh, in our country we don't say estoy enamorado. We say lo más bajo y sin freno.
Okay, so what has been said here is of great importance. For someone who's learning Spanish as a second language, there will be many dialectic expressions you will come across that are specific to regions or countries. Until you travel to those specific areas, it's perfectly okay to use Castilian Spanish or Castellano, which is also known as Standard Spanish. Okay, let's get back into it.
Which means going down the hill with no brakes.
See, that is so much more romantic. I love that. You know, this morning I came in feeling bueno, but now I'm starting to feel así.
So once again, here we have a cultural innuendo when it comes to an expression that's used in a particular country. But check out Senor Macintosh and how he says he knows the expression, but it's okay to use así. Okay? Just because it's not used in a particular country doesn't necessarily mean it's not used somewhere else in another Spanish-speaking country. Let's jump back into it.
Yeah, just so you know, no one in our country say así.
No, that's like if somebody says, how are you? And then you say, that.
See, I know, I was kidding. Estoy kidding.
So here we have the opportunity to include two particular ways of saying I'm joking. Es un chiste o estoy bromeando.
I'm feeling a little caliente under my collar.
I was truly entertained by this skit when I first ran across it on YouTube, and my first instinct was, how can I utilize this para mi gente on Speak Spanish Now? So here you have it, and if you gain value from this satirical, educational opportunity, be sure to smash that like button. I definitely plan on doing more of these to provide fun and educational opportunities. So with that said, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we're on a mission to hit 2,500 subscribers by the end of this year. And so right after this video, check out this video that has been personally selected for you. Soy Profe Don Omar. Nos vemos.
Det var första gången vi möttes. Våra blickar bara möttes. Kom